review for the newly released 2010 version of the original Dino Megazord. We've got Black Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger, and of course Tyrannosaurus. Obviously driven by the black, pink, blue, yellow, and red Rangers. Zach, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, and Jason. When I first heard that they had redone it, even though it's not the original figure, I went wild because I never had the original, and I mean, really, this is the closest that I'm probably ever going to get to it. I mean, I remember being 5 years old, and I just never had one, you know, right when this came out. So this is, it's actually kind of almost emotional for me to have it because it's like reliving the best part of my childhood. But anyway, so to combine them all, start by taking the guns off the pterodactyl, set that down, flip the Triceratops tail in. Saber Tiger, we're going to flip the tail in, flip the fangs up, drop the forearms, and drop the back legs. Mastodon, you're going to take off the head, open the arms out. You want to take off the arms, switch them for the tank mode. It's optional, but it will look a lot better if you do this. Then Tyrannosaurus, you just take the arms, fold those up, drop the legs down, yeah, just the one click, kind of balance them like that. Take the Triceratops, becomes the left leg. Saber-toothed Tiger is the right leg. Mastodon clips onto the back, forms the arms, and you take the head, flip out that lever, peg it into Tyrannosaurus. Pterodactyl, just you take these little notches here, and you can actually just, you can either push it in and clip it, or you can just slide it on, like so. And then of course you take the guns, plug them in, plug it in, and you have tank mode. I really like the tank mode. Actually, a lot of people think it's the weakest form. I like it, you know, despite the giant gap here. I think from the front it looks really, really cool. But of course, you know, then we have the true meat and potatoes, the Megazord mode. Take the guns off, take off the pterodactyl, flip the arms back around, flip out the fists, open up the shoulder pads, in case you didn't see that. Take the Mastodon head off, flip up the T-Rex tail, clip that in, start standing him up, bring the knees back, one final click, and then kind of just stand up on the feet. Then you're going to take the chest pad and the T-Rex head, you wiggle it down and off, flip it in, close it, take pterodactyl here, flip in the head, wings go in, clip it to chest, flip out the horns, and there you have Megazord. in all of his glory. And glorious it is. It's a lot... cannons go here on the back. Almost forgot. But yeah. It's a lot smaller than the original Megazord, as many have said. But it's a lot leaner as well. I think that the proportions are quite a bit better. This is the mode where the new version really shines, because it is obviously a lot cheaper. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot smaller. They did make some sacrifices instead of just re-releasing it, but this is the mode where I think it actually surpasses the original. I mean, even though I haven't really held an original one since I was like 10, but and even then it was a friend, so it was only for like one day. But comes with its sword. You can just put that in. And then the shield is formed by the mastodon head, of course. There is the obvious lack of chrome, lack of wheels. A lot of people have been very, very critical of this one, but if you never had the original, and considering how much that one is, I highly recommend getting this one over the original, unless you can really, really afford the original. I mean, if you have the original, there's absolutely no reason to get this. But I think it's pretty bamf. And when you get it, you know, you get the instructions, obviously, and then you get a sticker sheet, which has stickers for basically every Zord except Mastodon, and on Pterodactyl, this sticker has already been applied. But other than that, you have to put on like all the stickers for T-Rex, all the stickers for Saber-Tooth Tiger, all the stickers for Triceratops, and like these four on the Pterodactyl. But I mean, despite feeling really cheap, I mean cheap compared to the original, it's still a very sturdy figure, especially in this mode. I think it's well worth it. You can get it at Target for $20. I don't know what it's going for elsewhere. It's like $45 on Amazon, which is ridiculous, but for $20, I mean, you can do a lot worse with $20. Size comparisons, I don't have the original, as I've stated many times, but there he is with Leader Optimus Prime, just for a fun nerd fest. For something a little more real, here he is compared to a Bic lighter. So you can see he's a pretty darn good size still, despite being smaller than the original. I'm really hoping that they put out Megazord, and from what I've seen on other, from other reviewers' videos, since they've been rather good about keeping the Green Ranger in line with everybody else, I don't see why they wouldn't release a Megazord, especially if they're also re-airing the original show. So, and I don't think they'll have to make too many changes to the overall design. I mean, I don't think we'll see the shoulder tabs the same way. I think they might end up just having him clip into the spots where Mastodon's head clips in. And then obviously the pegs for attaching to Triceratops and Saber-Tooth Tiger. But other than that, I think it'll be roughly the same, maybe no electronics. And, you know, maybe we'll even see him for like $12 to $15. I mean, we could see a really affordable Megazord coming up. So I'm pretty excited for this whole thing taking off, you know, coming back and reliving, you know, my very, very youthful days. So I highly recommend picking this up if you don't have the original Megazord. Save your money. Unless you're a die-hard collector, save your money, because this is a worthy substitute. Power Rangers 2010 revamped Megazord.